Hello, I'm Marcy Wallace, and today we'll be talking about everything Google. You should have already signed into the session on the attendance sheet. You have a packet of information. This packet also contains a printed copy of this presentation so you can take notes. Our objectives for today are that you will be able to recognize Google Apps, create a Google account, save a document to your own Google Drive, share a document with another participant, collaborate to create a document to be used in your instruction, and to generate ideas to use Google Apps to increase your students' engagement in your classroom. You will need to log on to your computer, and you can follow me digitally on a link I will give you shortly. While you're logging onto your computers, I'd like us to introduce ourselves and tell us something that you already know about Google. We'll start on the left side of the room. Thank you. Now that you're all logged onto your computer, I would like you to use this link to join me in this presentation. Once you're there, you need to click Present in the upper right-hand corner. If you follow along on my screen, once you type in the URL, you'll click on this Present button. Now, after you load your presentation, I'd like you to advance to slide 3. Your screen should look just like mine. Today we are going to cover a lot of information, but you will have plenty of time to explore and visualize how Google Tools can be used in your classroom. Google Tools is a package of cloud-based, free services. Yes, I said free. These services can be accessed anywhere and anytime. No need to carry that flash drive or to remember what you have saved on which flash drive. Files are saved on the cloud for access to any computer or device you are using at any time. What can be better than free, anywhere, and anytime? Do you know of anything else that offers this? Since Google Tools are web-based, the features are updated without having to purchase or upgrade to a new version. One of the biggest benefits of Google Tools is that you can share documents and data with others. Think of your students working on the same document at the same time. Today we are going to cover just some of the apps from Google. We will be going into detail about these apps during the day. Google Chrome, Google Drive, Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Calendar, Google Forms, Google Drawing, and Gmail. Did you know that Gmail is actually Google Mail? Are you ready to explore these apps from Google? Let's get started. If you have used Google, you have seen this login page. I know many of you have been afraid. I know many people who have been afraid and don't know what it means. They close the browser because they think it might be a virus or something you have to buy. This is where you set up and sign into your Google account. The link on this page takes you to create a Google account. If you have a Google account, I would like you to sign in. If not, please use the link on this screen to create one. Everyone looks good. Great. Now that you have your Google account, let's go back to the presentation and learn about the Google search engine. Has anyone ever said just Google it? Google is a search engine where we can learn information about any topic we would like. We're going to watch this video, and we'll just show it on my screen.
Hi, this is Marcy. Today I'd like to show you how to search in Google and to use the Google search tools. What I'd like to do is search for goldfish. I'm an elementary school teacher, and my students are reading a book about a goldfish. So what I'd like to do is find a coloring page for them to color, to have their own goldfish. So when I search for goldfish, it searches the entire internet, and I get web pages that have something to do with goldfish that could help me. So the first one that shows up is Wikipedia, and the searches come up by the number of hits or the number of times that website has been used for this particular topic. As you can see, the second search is for Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers. So then you can search by images, shopping, videos, books, more. You can have maps, news, flights, and then you have this button that is search tools. So let's first check maps out and see where maps get us with a goldfish. You can see that there is a goldfish swim school close to me. So just by searching the map, so if you have a restaurant or something, you can just search there. So we're going to go back, and since I want a picture for my students to color, I'm going to go to Images, and you can see the images that come up are colorful, and I really don't want that. So how can I do that without scrolling down and searching through all these pictures? If you go to Search Tools, you see you get a second toolbar that can help you narrow your search. So I'm going to go to Size and say I want a medium size picture. And color, I really want black and white so that they can color it. And then if I want to narrow by type, you can get by face, photo, clip art, a line drawing, or an animated image. I think I want clip art. Clip art seems to be more kid-friendly and kind of funny. So we might find a funny picture of a goldfish. Please excuse my visual shopper. So we can scroll down. There's a nice goldfish there. I'd like to find one that is similar to the character in our book. This one's pretty cool. But you can see it does have a watermark on it. This is a very fancy goldfish. So I can just choose whichever goldfish I'd like. Or I could actually just do a goldfish bowl and let my students color their own goldfish. Many ideas, but remember to use the search tools to help narrow your search. There's even more search tools from here to show any size. The time button is good when you're searching news. Let's search a news article and see if there's anything on goldfish. If I choose search tools, I can go by how long ago the article was, whether it was in a past month or past week, past day, and it will just help narrow it. Like if the students are doing research, you want to make sure that they have current information. So that's good to use the time on that. So I just want to wish you luck on your Google searches and have a good time. Thank you.
Now let me get back to our presentation. You should be on this page. What I'd like you to do now is to click on this link that is google.com, and I want you to explore for yourself and try out some of those searches for Google. Good. How are those searches on google.com? What I'd like you to do is click on the link on the bottom of the page. I'm going to click on it with you so you can follow me. What I'd like you to do is give comments on the presentation, on the Google search. And how can you use Google search? Or tell me one thing you've learned about it. When you get to this page, you go up to comments in the upper right-hand corner, click on comments, and then add a comment, and then you just type. I'm just going to say I like to narrow by date. And then click Add Comment in the blue, and it adds your comment. Now, as you guys are putting your comments in, we can start to discuss them. Thank you for sharing your comments. What I'd like you to do now is to close this window in your Google, and then it brings you back to our presentation. And we'll advance to the next slide. Devices from Google are Chromebooks and Android devices. We're going to watch this 2-minute video about Chromebooks. After you watch the video, I want you to use the link at the bottom and tell us how you could use Chromebooks in your classroom. Go ahead and watch the video yourselves.
Introducing Chromebooks for Education, a simple way to bring the power of the web into the classroom, manage school-wide sets of hardware, and keep students focused. For instance, Chromebooks leave more time for teaching by booting up in just 8 seconds. That's less time than it takes to make a paper airplane. Even after entering sleep mode, they resume working immediately. And unlike most notebook computers, Chromebooks have a battery that lasts up to 8 hours. So even at the end of a long school day, they're still going strong. Built-in Wi-Fi and optional 3G allow Chromebooks to connect to the web anytime, anywhere. Chromebooks are also built around a web browser, which means everything is stored online. Students and teachers can simply log on to any machine to access their emails, documents, and personal settings, so there are no more excuses for missing or incomplete homework. Without the need for constant software updates and yearly reimaging, Chromebooks make it easy to provide each student with their own computer. Schools can manage an entire fleet of Chromebooks with just a few clicks. Administrators can configure and manage computers and user accounts via a web-based console. They can also control which web apps and extensions users can add. Chromebooks stay up to date with the latest features and fixes, so IT managers can spend less time updating hardware and more time focusing on the important things. Integrated security provides multiple layers of protection that defends computers and the entire network from malware and viruses. The Chromebooks for Education program includes everything from the computers and operating system to updates, web-based management, and extended warranty and support from Google. At the end of the day, Chromebooks for Education enable schools to be more efficient in terms of classroom time, IT resources, and technology budgets, which ultimately leads to happier teachers, students, and parents. To find out more about getting Chromebooks for your school, visit google.com/Chromebook/education.
Now close the tab for Google Chromebooks and come back to our presentation. And remember, I'd like you to go to the link at the bottom of the page and we'll discuss your comments. Great job. Thank you all for sharing. The next thing we'd like to talk about Google is, what is Google Chrome? What does anybody know about Google Chrome? Most of us are familiar with Internet Explorer because it's the Microsoft product and is installed on any Windows device. There are other free browsers you can install. Firefox is a Mozilla web browser. Safari is an Apple version of a web browser. If you Google Internet browsers, you can find more. But Google Chrome can connect you to all of your Google tools and apps with one sign-in. Advance to the next slide. Here's just a peek at Google Apps for Education. It is a free suite of web-based applications from Google for schools to use. Click on the link to watch the video. Now, Google for Education and Google Classroom should have its own presentation. I just wanted to give you a little peek. Let's go to the next slide. Now that you have your own Google account, you have a Google Drive. Let's watch this 1-minute video about Google Drive.
The screenplay on your home computer. The presentation at work. Those vacation photos and videos on your phone. The trip itinerary on your tablet. Resumes, recipes, videos. With Google Drive, you can now access your files from wherever you are, even the big ones. Whichever program you're using, just drag and drop. And there are all your files ready to be opened by you and shared with anyone you want. Forget files being too big to email. Just share them with Drive, and everyone has the same file automatically that they can edit together from anywhere. Now all your stuff, work or play, is in one place. Easy to find and easy to share. Google Drive. Keep everything, share anything.
From the Google apps are saved automatically and can be saved to your Google Drive. No need for a flash drive. You can give permissions to share files via an email or just to give someone a link to the file. Files from other products can also be saved on your Google Drive, pictures, or even Microsoft documents. I'd like to thank you for joining me for part 1 of What is Google. Please look for part 2. And have a great day.